Why do Indian parents want control over every decision of their children's life? From choosing your snacks to choosing your spouse, sometimes they don't try to understand that their child has grown and this is not the time to be authoritative but to give suggestions and let them make the final decision. When you choose to start a business, Indian parents just blindly deny. They think it is risky and it is, but they don't try to understand that sometimes taking risk is the fee you pay upfront for a big dream. Also, it is a type of relationship where you can't shout, break up, or cut out from life. Then the question is what to do. Well, before going ahead, if you're new here and see yourself as an entrepreneur, hi, I am Anirban and here I talk about entrepreneurship. Welcome to the founder journey. The root problem is this. Imagine this is your parents and this is their belief system. If you go inside this big belief system, you will see there are lakhs of different small belief atoms. Each belief atoms is made up of different types of experiences. Every word they speak is the reflection of some of these atoms. In the same way, you also have a belief system that has belief atoms, and every word you speak is also influenced by those atoms. But the problem is, if you compare your belief system with your parents' belief system, you can see there is a heavy mismatch of the version. Your belief system is much more advanced than your parents' belief system. And now you tell me that who is the culprit? These atoms are the main culprit. The fault is neither your parents nor yours. When you say that I want to take risk, you see it as an opportunity. When they hear you want to take risk, they see it as a danger. The words are same, but the interpretation inside brain is much different. They are not trying to stop you, they are trying to protect you using the old data. The problem is not your parents, the problem is their intention, which is coming from the old belief system, but anyway, which is limiting your potential. Now, the question is how to upgrade their belief system so that they can relate with your ideas. And for that, you need to understand two missing atoms in their belief system. Once you understand this, the answer will be clear on its own. So, let's start with the atom number one. If you go back to the young days of our parents, their goals were very different. They had to think about roti, kapra, and makan. Their only concern was managing their daily needs, and when they looked around, they saw a pattern. Their family who had a stable job, their family never worried about the next month. That particular image got stuck in their brain, and it was not just one person. Every neighbor, every relative, every family gathering was very rating the same thing. Stable job equals a good life. This is the message they have got again and again for the last 20-30 years. After seeing this for such a long time, stability did not just remain a goal for them, it became their identity. It became the only definition of a successful life. And naturally, the only thing they want for you is the same. A safe, predictable life means a job. That is where their fear is coming from. If you take a risk, you will lose this stability and you will end up in the struggle they have seen. But if you think deeply, your scenario is completely different. You have a skill, maybe it is coding, video editing, marketing, sales, or AI, and these skills has a market demand. Tomorrow, if everything fails, you can take your laptop, find a job, and within a few weeks of effort, you will be back on your feet. And how much does it even cost to survive? A 10,000 to 12,000 rupee room in Bangalore, Hyderabad, or any tier 1, tier 2 city? A 5,000 to 8,000 rupee monthly food budget, and another 5,000 as a pocket money. So overall 20,000 to 25,000, that's it. You will be not sleeping hungry, you will be not on the street. The worst case they are imagining in their brain is practically doesn't exist for you. So if I summarize the atom number one, they don't know that the worst case they're imagining is just a myth. They think that if you fail, your entire life will be wasted, you won't be able to recover from it. The second missing atom is they just don't fear the downside, they also cannot see the upside. Because the opportunities you are chasing, they have never seen in the surrounding. Think about it. In their time, if someone wanted to start a business, what would it look like? You need a shop, you need inventory, you need capital, you need context, you need years. And even after all of that, if it failed, it was not a small failure you can quickly recover. It was losing everything. The 20 years of saving, the emergency fund, the fees of children education, and a lot more. It had a big impact on Roti, Makhan, and Kabra, and to fix it, it would take another 20 years of effort. So, in their head, business equals to heavy investment, heavy risk, and a loss that can break you permanently. This is the only version of business they have ever seen. But today, someone is running a marketing agency from their bedroom. Someone is selling digital products online and never met a single customer face to face. Someone is building a personal brand with just phone and editing skill. None of this requires a heavy capital investment. They don't know that today you can build a business from the corner of your room. No shop, no warehouse, no capital. Just with skills, a laptop, and an internet connection. That word is completely invisible to them, and that is the second missing atom. Now you know that what are the two atoms which are missing, and to feel them, you cannot argue with them, you cannot shout at them, because what did not create those old atoms? Experiences create them, and only new experiences can update them. And easiest way to give new experiences is telling them stories about others. How someone started from zero, faced different challenges, and made an impact. When you tell stories, it doesn't feel like debate. In the form of stories, what silently enter in their brain and start forming new atoms. And if you want to go one step further, create a presentation to explain your plan. Show them how others did it. Show them how will you do. Show them if you fail, how will you recover from it in just few weeks. Show them if it works, where you will be, and make it so simple that even a kid can understand. You are not trying to win an argument, you are giving new data to their belief system to change their thought process. Even after all this, there is one thing which I have realized, and this is not about logic, atoms, or belief system. This is just an observation of how Indian society works. India is a status driven society, not a wealth driven society. Sarma ji ka beta is doing a government job and the whole mohalla treats him like a hero. Even if you're doing 10 times better, it doesn't matter. Because it is not about you, it is an indirect toxic competition. And honestly, some parents will never come out of it. They are stuck in an invisible competition with people whose opinion should not even matter in our life. And in that case, no presentation, no story will ever be enough. Because the problem is not understanding anymore. The problem is ego. And you cannot sacrifice your life, your potential, your dream to satisfy someone's ego. At some point of time, you have to take your stand. Let me know in the comment what you think about it. Thanks for being here. This channel is for helping you in an entrepreneurship journey. If you can connect to this, then please subscribe. If you found something valuable, make sure you like this video. Let's meet next Sunday and 7 p.m. with a new video.